Okay, you guys, I get a lot of people asking if they should daily drive an old car, an antique car, a muscle car. And I daily drove this Nova for, besides in the wintertime, like, basically from here in the Midwest, from March all the way till like late November till they started throwing salt down. I daily drive this for 2 years. And then, let me tell you, it's a money pit. It's not worth it. Stuff always goes wrong, and it's really fun to do. And like, if you have a secondary car, you could get away with it, but having an old muscle car, antique car as your primary car, stuff's gonna go wrong. And when I bought this, I was lucky enough for it lasted probably a year till any major issues, but I had an old Power Glide in it that decided I wanted to blow up. Blew that up, didn't know anything about cars or anything at the time, had to go get that fixed. Replaced it and ran good for a while, and then just nickels and dimes just slowly. But even now, I went ahead and replaced the engine myself, and I got the bottom end built by a shop, but I went ahead and put aluminum heads on there and a roller setup, just so it's more reliable and doesn't have as much wear and tear on, as solid lifters have, and a little bit quieter too. But I mean, it still sounds good. But even then, with like, everything modern, the transmission's new in it, you still have issues. I have an electric issue right now. I have, let's see, I think the flywheel's cracked or something coming from the torque converter. I haven't diagnosed it yet, and it's getting toward the end of the season for us here. It's almost October, so there's only like another good month of cruising left, so I'll probably just go ahead and put it away for the year because I'm thinking about doing a different setup on it. But it just nickel and dime you. And then also, you're always going to want to do stuff to it. Like, this is a super crappy, it probably looks okay on camera, but trust me, this is a really quick, crappy paint job, spray can paint job on it that I decided to do just because an actual paint job, to get it professionally done, $7 grand, easily. Maybe find a cheap one for $3 to $5 grand, but to get a decent paint job is gonna be $7 grand, And I went ahead and fixed the rust on everything, and then just went ahead and threw this matte paint, or this matte spray paint over it, just to cover it up and make sure that it didn't rust anymore. But it'll always be a project, especially I'm assuming if you're thinking about daily driving an old car, that you probably either are extremely mechanical, in which case you'll probably be better off, or you don't have a lot of money like I do, and in that case, don't do it. I have 3 cars now, and sometimes I still find myself down to only 1 car. So, but I don't know, if you're considering it, I don't know, I would just ask yourself how mechanically inclined you are, because like, for example, just to replace this transmission with a TH350, which is one of the easiest transmissions to rebuild, it cost me, I think, like $1,400 without doing anything myself. If I were to do it myself or buy, a used TH350 that, worked fine, I'd probably only be, I don't know, maybe $600 into it, maybe $800, I don't know. But I mean, you could save half the money. Half the cost of owning an old car is labor, and if you don't know how to do anything yourself, or you're not willing to learn, that's what's going to eat you up. But if you're thinking about buying an old car as a secondary car, or as maybe a primary car, but then you have a backup car, I'd recommend it, because it's definitely fun. You get a lot of looks, you meet a lot of new people. I've met probably half my friend groups through owning this. But that's kind of it. I guess I could go ahead and start it up for you real quick, and you could hear the flywheel that's cracked on it. Pretty sure it's the flywheel. It might be something on the torque converter. I kind of got under there and didn't really know for sure. But see, it runs smoothly, but the noise is coming clearly from down here. You can hear it down there worse, and then you can hear back here. It's not really coming from back here at all. But that's just kind of my overview. And like I said, everything has been replaced on this already, and I've done everything myself. And I mean, I'm relatively mechanically inclined, and you're still gonna have issues.